And good evening, everyone, and welcome to round 2 of GSR Season 16 live from Bahrain. After an opening round in Australia that gave us our first look at the competitive order, tonight we start to understand whether that was an early pattern or simply track-specific form. And joining me in the commentary booth once again is Matt, who unfortunately missed the opener in Melbourne. But Matt, first of all, good to have you back here. And second of all, how did you see the race? Did you saw anything from Australia? And if so, what was your impression of the first round of Season 16?
Hello and good evening as well. Welcome everyone on the stream. Finally back. Good to be back. And we'll see how it will go this round 2. Round 1 I did see a little bit, quite a little bit. Some of our debutants, Lenny and Ridzard, had different kind of races. Ridzard had a little bit more disappointing. Lenny had a little bit better. That's obviously I'm starting with them because they're coming from my tier. But also our reigning champion, Overdrive, had a pretty disappointing race, and then Speed Demon and Trixie dominated, and it's weird to see actually. Trixie is not racing in the end in round 1. It will be the first missed round for pretty much our top 3 drivers, Trixie, Overdrive, and Speed Demon, at least top 3 from last season. So it will be interesting how Speed Demon could capitalize on that and perhaps pull away an even more gap to his closest rivals, at least on pace.
Yeah, and I think with that you pretty much also gave us a good opportunity to look at the race results from last week. Do you want to do them or should I do them?
I can take care of them. First we have obviously the race results. Our Miranda also with an amazing result, and AMG in his debut with a podium. That was really nice for them. Lojovic also with P6, but I think he's also not racing today.
No,
Aid must be disappointing. Disappointed starting new season with a new team now, Aston Martin. Starting from a little bit of a back with P9, with his teammate who has shown good pace last season, Mafia, finishing P11, and Jimbo rounded out our point finishers, with Morleader continuing also the good form from last season, getting a P4 finish.
Yeah, and then we go over the current standings. Well, not many differences to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we could kind of skip over that.
Okay.
And if you they can do the constructors.
Yeah. Then in the constructors, we have Racing Bulls obviously in the lead with 44 points. It was pretty much a perfect weekend for them, finishing P1 and P2 on track, and also gaining that bonus point for pole position from Speed Demon. Only fastest lap, the point that they not get. But nonetheless, I'm gonna get. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be very happy with that result. Behind then we have the sister team from Racing Bulls. We have the Red Bulls, but they are quite far back with only 18 points. So yeah, already a big gap between P1 and P2, and there might be more to come. Let's see after this race. In third place we have then Sauber with 16 points. Then we've got Ferrari in fourth with 10 points. So behind that it's actually pretty close. But yeah, the top spot is in good hands at the moment. Then Mercedes in P5, Alpine in P6, Aston Martin in P7. And then we've got the 3 teams that have not scored any points in the first round of the season. McLaren, Haas and Williams in P8, 9 and 10. Pretty simple as that. But Matt, we're not done yet because we also got the combined constructors out. If you want to do them.
That's a nice addition to our graphics. Of course, Well, Williams is leading, and also, a no score in Tier 1, but then a very heavy chunk of points in both Tier 2 and Tier 3. Racing Bulls obviously bumped up by their Tier 1 performance, and then McLaren in P3 very closely following the Red Bull system team outfit with 42 points, with a great performance from Redu and Odin in Tier 2 in the first round. It's Ferrari and Red Bull with a bit of even spread between the tiers. And then it's Mercedes, and on equal points Aston Martin and Sauber team. And then obviously, well, you didn't do too well, didn't you? Alpine with 10 points, 0 points from Tier 3, obviously. But I wish you and your team to maybe pick yourself up, as I wish for Haas, as both your team and the Haas are rounding off our combined constructor standings.
Yeah, all right. And I think with that we've pretty much covered the current standings, so we can get back onto the action on track. At the moment, Speed Demon, provisional pole position as usual. Who else could it be? 26.8 for the Racing Bull driver now, ahead of Overdrive though, but Overdrive already again 3/10 behind. I don't know how Speed Demon does it, but he is incredibly quick in qualifying. It's so amazing to see. And then we've got.
And look at that, Overdrive might. Sorry to interrupt, but
good.
yeah, Overdrive was gonna start his lap. I thought he was gonna follow his teammate Morleader, who might have given him the tow. But no, he will start his lap soon, so that will be a one to watch right now.
Yeah, as Hitman
but
improves.
Hitman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hitman, meanwhile.
Hitman also pretty decent qualifier, I've gotta say. Not the best of luck in the races, but in qualifying, he's always up there as well. So, quite impressive as well as we follow Overdrive and Honest Lap. But Matt, to go back to the standings right now, I just wanted to ask you, since you wasn't there last week, I pretty much wanted to ask you, is it do you think it's too early to read into the standings right now, or does a strong start like last week for the Racing Bulls or for Speed Demon actually matter in like a psychological way?
Yeah, I just had a small shout as Overdrive exited the track, so that won't help his delta time compared to his first time lap. We will be following that, but well, indeed, it might have seemed like the team to beat, but then again, Trixie is known that he might miss a round or two here and there. So it's not always said that, well, for example, today, because V-Carb is pretty low in the pecking order, Speed Demon hasn't received any reserve. And in some races, he might receive a reserve that is not that quick, you know? So it's not said that they will be on top right till the end from the beginning, as Overdrive doesn't improve, just loses a couple of thousands to his previous time. Well, it's not being said because the Red Bull is also a very strong outfit. Obviously, Overdrive needs to pick himself up from the disappointment of Australia, but he has a pretty good teammate in the person of Morleader. Rizzard maybe can shake something up with McLaren, and especially I think with 3 tiers now we're gonna see much better combined constructors championship fight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, round 1 already proved that, as we see Ritzer crossing the line right now. Small improvement, but he stays in P5 with that. It's Kura starting his lap. Yeah, also quickly gonna mention it. Only one penalty for this weekend, and that is to Grenade. He got a one-shot quali penalty, so that means he only can do 1 lap in qualifying, and then has to retire, or just don't do any other lap, just to complete that. because we're now heading into the last 4 minutes. And I wanted to mention Grenade as well. Looked very good last weekend as well. Good in qualifying, good in the race. Unfortunately, he made a mistake out of the fast chicane. And yeah, his race ended in the barriers. Do you think that can have an impact as well on him? Or do you think, like, I mean, there are two different types of drivers, and obviously Grenade new into the league, we don't really know, but what do you think, what impact does something like this have? Does it hurt you even going into the next rounds, like, or maybe does it motivate you even more, like to prove again that you're quick enough for something, and it may Skuro 2 times quicker may improve your pace actually, something like that heading into the next round.
Well, I think he should be able to improve this time around. At least in the race, he will try his best. But yeah, hasn't been the best start for our debutant. Kuro up to P7 with a pretty solid lap. Pretty close gaps, actually, all the way down across the whole field. In between each other, not obviously not between P1 and P17, but in between each other, there are not that big of gaps. So if you just improve by 2-3 tenths, that could give you up to even 3-4 positions. Right now, coming the end of this qualifying, so that could shake up things. Well, with Grenade, I also just noticed that AMG is not racing for some reason. So this time out, it will probably be Hitman, maybe Grenade, or maybe someone from the back. Lenny, more leader, Rizzard, Liverpool, trying to battle for Speed Demons and Overdrive's dominant kerfuffle, basically. But yeah, as we saw Lenny there with a big slide out of turn 4. That will not help him as he's getting very, very close to a second row
Oh,
start in
yeah.
tier 1.
Oh, big slide there from the Mercedes from must be call me uncle. Yeah, he is the
Yeah.
only Mercedes in that we saw out of turn 10. And Lenny, meanwhile, abandoning his lap time, so he will have one more shot then, and that will be his final shot then, as he's coming to the end of the lap now. And I guess he also will be the first one then to start a lap. More leader behind him, he is on a lap. Let's see if he can improve, as we're heading into the last minute of qualifying action then. Lenny a little bit further up the road, starting his final run then, but here comes the more leader then. Currently sitting in P9. Where can he put the Red Bull? On to P6. And yeah, I also wanted to mention quickly that in a race like this, where people like AMG are not driving, oh, as Lenny validates his lap. Ah, that's Lenny's qualifying over then, I guess.
Indeed, and Hitman now starting his lap. They will all start his lap, but so far, no matter what happens further, both tier 2 newcomers have done an incredible job so far in this qualifying session, putting themselves in P4, P5. Riddard might also improve, as he will have one more chance. He will soon be starting his lap. I think he will still make it, just going through sector 3 there, just entering it.
Yeah, 40
But
seconds he will. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Hitman starting his lap, going through sector 2 into very tricky complex of corners. Tiauki can manage it, a little bit of lockup, but pretty good exit. Kind of missed the apex a little bit though. So let's see what his delta will be. Obviously, very aggressive line here into this very long left-hander, and then through he goes, entering sector 3. He's improving by a
Oh.
lot, by quite a margin. 3 tenths up he is. So he is challenging Speed Demon for his pole position. If he can just deliver this lap till the end, final corner awaits him. Very tricky. Let's not forget that. He gets pretty clean exit. I think he should be able to keep that, and he crosses the line. Just
Oh.
missing out, actually. Just missing out by around 300ths of a second.
Yeah,
Wow.
next up the line is Jimbo. He jumps into the top 10 as we watch Speedyman, who gets a snap of oversteer here through turn 11. And that cost him a lot of time. He's half a tenth down now on his time. Let's see who else might be finishing a lap then. A couple of people. Assassin jumps to P8. Then there's the Aston Martin of
Liverpool also,
Matthew.
I
Matthew up to
think.
P5. Liverpool next, and
Ooh.
then we got Speedyman. Liverpool first. He is P8 now. He stays in P8, but can Speedyman beat his own lap time? Up to the line he goes, and he can! 26.7, but what can Overdrive do? Overdrive out of the
One
final
tenth
corner,
up.
one of the last drivers. Will it be enough for Overdrive? No, it's not. He stays in P3.
Whee! That's really close. That's really close. Rizzard improves. Rizzard goes almost into the 26s though. With an incredible lap, putting himself in front of Lenny into the second row. He will start next to Overdrive, next to his kind of arch rival from Australia. But obviously they're big friends outside the track, so will be a very interesting start, and they will be starting in front of the pair of Hitman and Speed Demon, who has clinched the pole once again.
Yeah, once again. I mean, it's. I mean, at the. I don't really know. Like, it's always Speed Demon, but you always think, like, oh, is he gonna really? Is he really gonna take another pole position tonight? And at the end of the day, he does so. And it's awesome to see every single time. So, yeah, congrats. And that means one point more for Speed Demon already. Which, yeah, puts him up to 27 points then.
Yeah, so far almost sweeping the whole tier one. But look at the gaps also from Overdrive down to Sleazy. It's a second.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad for tier one. I think we haven't seen tier one that close in some time throughout the whole grid, basically. I think I may be remembering wrong, but
Yeah.
pretty interesting finish to the qualifying.
Also, I want to point out we Grenade down in P17, and he is saying in the Twitch chat that he has problems with his pedals.
Ooh.
That is unfortunate. He hope he can, or he's not sure if he even can do the race. That will be so unfortunate for him. Can't accelerate, he's saying. Ah, this is so unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can somehow fix it for the race.
Well, that would be disappointing. Two races in a row. Yeah, with not the greatest results for our debutant, who had very high hopes before the season. So it will be interesting. But I think the midfield battle also between the likes of Bob, Kuro, more leader, Aid, and Mafio. I think this could be really interesting. But I'm just also so excited coming from Racing Tier 2. How can Lenny and Rizzard do with such high starting positions? Will be really interesting that.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see overall how this race will unfold. Obviously, Bahrain a little bit different, or actually quite different than Australia. Much
Wait, hold up.
easier. What? Yeah.
We're starting without formation lab, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. So okay.
Yeah,
So
so it
can I do
could
the
be
start?
starting. You can do if you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay. Anyways.
yeah. Actually, good call because I would have forgotten it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so Bahrain, quite a different track from Australia, much easier to overtake. But also strategy could play a bigger role here. Tire management as well. It's a lot different from Australia, and it will be interesting to see how drivers will deal with it. Because I got a feeling that some people that did good in Australia won't do that good here in Bahrain, and some people that didn't do that good in Australia will do good here. So yeah, let's see then. As we're still waiting
Maybe
then.
it may enable someone from outside the top positions to get onto a surprise podium. As I'm saying, I'm very excited to see Lenny and Rizzard so high up, but it could be also Kuro, could be also more leader. It could be Mafio, who has already gotten a podium, I think, before. So
Oh, actually.
or a P4, P5. Soft for
Assassin.
Assassin, that is, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, as the 5 red lights are coming on for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix Round 2, Season 16 GSR Tier 1, and we are away with Speed Demon. Let's see, he got a pretty good start. Sleazy with a driver penalty for jumping the start, but Speed Demon with a very good start, cutting onto the inside, trying to hold on to that position, and he does that well. A lot of switches in the back, but Rizard and Lenny are holding on to their positions. Overdrive is trying to attack down the inside on Hitman. He is diving in there, trying to put his nose there with his Red Bull into turn 4, and the battle continues into turn 5 and 6 actually, and he gets the position. He pushes Hitman a little bit off, and very well, very cleanly he gets it. He plants himself. MP2 was that's a big spinner from Liverpool who makes contact with, I think that was either more leader or Mafio, someone from Mardov's regions. Look at that Assassin go down the inside. He had braked himself a little bit, pushes Matt off. That might have been a little bit too ambitious from the Williams driver. Grenade already after P10
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, I think it was Grenade actually. Oh, Hitman!
It was Grenade, I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh,
that's
Speedy
Speedy,
Man!
that's Speedy down.
Speedy Man
Oh,
out!
invite him, invite him.
Oh god, oh
Oh
god, oh
no.
god. Where's it,
Oh
where's it, where's
no,
it? No!
that is Speed Demon losing his lead because of
Where
a
is he?
disconnection or
No.
something. Overdrive takes the lead. Richard takes P2 actually, thanks to all of that. From what I've seen there. Oh my god, that's
Oh no.
incredible so far.
I can't find him. He's
Oh
not here. Oh
no,
no!
I think he'll be offline. His game might have turned off. But Lenny P4, that's Aston Martin P5, I think that's Mafio. Speed Demon is falling all the way down to the back of the grid because of that. No, no. No
Oh no.
way.
He's not in my list right now. No, his game.
Wait,
Odin
wait.
saying his game
Oh,
crashed. That is unfortunate. The curse is back. Oh no. Oh god. Okay then. So then Overdrive then into the lead, and I would have mentioned it anyway, but this proves that the overtake on Hitman was even more crucial, because our current champion is now in the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Behind him is Rinsen into the wall!
no!
Oh! But he did not DNF, he can still continue, but that's gonna be damage, and that's a virtual safety
That's
car
the
now because of the
CSPSC,
incident.
yeah. Oh no. That's a huge blunder from the McLaren drivers who was in such a good position. He has started on mediums though.
Oh.
He's lost his whole front wing. He will have to pit now. He might make it on the hards, but I think he will have to do 2 pit stops now.
Yeah, yeah,
That will be
surely.
tricky. Actually, most of the guys started on mediums. Assassin started on softs and that prompted him into a very rapid start, as he jumped up to P5 from I think P9 that was. So a very amazing start for both Williamses actually. Grenade up by 9 positions. Rizzard is going into the pit lane, of course. But that's very unfortunate, but that's put Lenny up to P3 now. The 13-year-old German in P3 of GSR Tier 1.
Yeah,
That could mean a lot.
yeah, quite impressive. Also, since the end of season 15, where he joined Tier 2. Meanwhile, we're gonna get green flag conditions again, so the race is underway once more as Richard is leaving the pit lane, and I think he's even being overtaken by Sleazy there. Yeah, very unfortunate start for Richard there. So yeah, Lady definitely a very quick driver. He has to get used to Tier 1 now. Okay, I tried to invite Speedy in. I'm getting messages that I should invite him now. There he is.
Yeah, there he is. Okay. He will join back, but he will drop off quite a bit from the field. And actually, Rizzard will be so disappointed because he exits behind Sleazy, who had to serve a drive-through already. and dropped off quite a bit from the whole pack. So that's very unfortunate. Yeah, we're watching Assassin in this beautiful, quirky white and blue Williams livery. I don't remember which race it was used, if you may
I
help
was
out
thinking the
here.
same. I thought like, well, the Williams livery looks very good, but I can't remember where it was used.
Well, that's on both of us then. As
uh,
I see, oh, here Mafio is going for a move down the inside of Lenny. He's trying to get a quick work of the tier 2 driver, and now behind him it's Assassin, also eyeing a move on the Alpine driver. Oh, Mafia a little bit with a lag, but he does stay in front. I think I also saw, oh, here, Grenade fighting for a position with Aid. Grenade doesn't give it up. They make contact, and Aid does let him through. A little bit of shoving and pushing there. But Grenade gets the position, and he will be eyeing. He will be setting his eyes on the group in front of him. Oh, with big lockup though there. Into turn 9, almost lost the position back to 8, but he will be eyeing the group in front of him, more leader, Lenny, Assassin, and Mafia being very close to each other, with Hitman and Overdrive, both of them building a gap, running away from the whole group, from this whole group.
yeah, definitely. I wanted to say, I'm quite impressed by Hitman. He's keeping up with Overdrive at the moment. Still staying within DRS range. So good work from both of them, actually, as they, like I said, get away from the pack here. And Assassin, not quite able to go for a move on Mafio here, actually. Could be the
did
softs
overtake
already
Lenny.
falling off, maybe. And Assassin actually gets under pressure, you know, from Lenny. Lenny around the outside of turn 1. Can he do that? Oh, it's gonna be tight now into turn 2, but they leave each other room. Fair play. Oh, Assassin not the greatest of exits. And here we go, then 3 wide all the way down towards turn 4. Oh, Lenny more leader and Assassin. And I think Assassin will lose 2 position here. Yes, he does. Lenny up to P4, more leader up to P5. And Assassin down to P6 now as Hitman gets a 3-second time penalty.
So that's why he. Wee! As a big off there from. Well, not such big, but a little bit of off there from Grenade off the track. And I think Assassin there let him go through as his softs must be dying. Lenny with a great move though, came back at Assassin.
Ooh. Hitman actually
But
very
when it,
close to the back of Overdrive here.
very close with the Cherry Blossom has, that would be the Japanese version, the Japanese Grand Prix version, I think. And putting pressure on Overdrive, but that pressure is costing him dearly, as indeed he got a 3-second penalty now.
Yeah.
Yes, Speed Demon.
Yeah,
was
I'm sorry,
dropping
mate, but I
further
can't
away,
do
yeah.
anything else then. You might have to restart the game once more. Or Matt is not in the lobby, so he can't invite you.
Yeah, I can't, I'm sorry. Also. I mean,
But,
like...
oh my god, look at all the cars here. What a train we have going here. And here comes more leader then for the move on Lenny. Towards the inside into turn 1. And it seems like he can get past. Yeah, more leader up to P4 now. But can Lenny maybe fight back into turn 4?
Now more leader got the action point, as there's a little bit of battling here between Matt, Aid, and Jimbo and Kuro. So the 2 Ferrari teammates now are trying to gang up on both James and, oh, as we have Liverpool retiring.
But
On
where? On track?
But migrating cost, I think the game disconnected him with a DNF. We've seen that in Tier 2 last season with Mouton, and we've seen that somewhere else also. It sometimes does that, unfortunately. Very sorry to our dear Jonas then. Yeah. Very, very sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, game is plotting up its issues during this. Well, what kind of still is, but could have been even more spectacular round 2 so far. with an amazing and clean qualifying and an amazing start. So I hope it will follow onto the pit stops and the battle will continue. As Aid is putting pressure on his dearest friend in Tier 1, OWR Assassin, as
Ooh!
they go really intensely. Assassin squeezing Aid into the wall on the inside, trying to get a cutback now through turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Maybe, yes, he got the DRS through the detection point, so he will have a chance to attack 8 back. He's going down the inside for a very intense move. They
Oh!
make contact. 8 squeezing Assassin to the inside. 8 is having none of it this time out, and Assassin is being put down into P8.
Yeah, not the best race for Assassin so far, and I'm quite surprised that he didn't come into the pits on the last lap now. Because those soft tires, they must be absolutely done now. You might hope for a safety car, but it doesn't seem very likely at the moment. But surely he has to come in any lap now. Because those tires will bring him much further now. It's just going backwards for him at the moment. And it's just gonna be more difficult for him then.
But, well, about this guy on the screen, and Speed Demon, so Overdrive and Speed Demon. Obviously the champion from last season, amazing battle, but again, Speed Demon getting a pole position and striking a pretty bad lag as 8 gets a 3-second penalty. Now Overdrive though being pressured by Hitman, and I think he will let him go on the straight, as he doesn't want to waste too much of his battery. He may have gotten the DRS through the detection point, and he does turn on his ERS. He will be able to get back at Assassin perhaps, but it will be difficult. He's trying round the outside. This is the battle for the genuine lead, and Overdrive goes very beautifully round the outside, showing how incredible the Sector 1 is for racing. Very beautiful move, but I just wanted to mention that, well, again, Speed Demon striking bad luck. I think he's now gotten up to double digits in pole positions throughout, well, 1.5 seasons basically in this league, or no, more so like 2.5 seasons. But only 2 wins. He only was able to produce 2 wins so far, so that's not the tally you would be too proud of, and it still kind of haunts him, that curse that we spoke about last season. And well, if Overdrive wins this race, if he's able to deliver that, then that would put them again equal. Well, somewhere whereabouts equal on points, and again will put them into a championship battle basically.
Yeah, definitely, and that just shows how quickly things can change here. Just one bad race and everything's gonna change for you. Obviously still a long way to go, but something like this doesn't really help Overdrive. And also it just means that V-Cup Racing Bulls, they're gonna lose many points as well, as we have a lot of fighting going on. Grenade getting past Lenny. We also have Kuro squeezing through on Jimbo, as we have the first pit stop stand in form of Assassin, who's finally changing his 8-lap-old soft tires for some hard tires. We also have a fight here between Ritzert and Matt, with Ritzert getting through. Sorry there. Onto P12 now, but all those guys, they all have the pit stops now. So they might end up ahead of some of the other drivers.
Yeah, Matt and Maximo actually pitted on last lap, and that puts all of them in a very tight knitted battle. And now as Assassin exited in between Matt and Maximo, so that could be something to follow further down the grid. And also once the likes of Aid, Bob, Jimbo and Kuro will make their pit stops. But well, interesting to see the gaps have spread out a little bit in the top 5, apart from our 2 leaders. Lenny is not dropping off Grenade though, who has gotten past the Alpine driver, Lenny down to P6, but he is not dropping off. Oh, with a big slide. He's not pitting though, as Hitman is going for a move now down the inside into turn 1 on Overdrive. Overdrive again trying to get a better line. And perhaps once again he might have gotten the DRS, yes indeed. So perfect tactics from the Red Bull driver as he goes down the inside. Will Hitman be able to hold this round the outside, though he is so far, and he does hold it. He takes the legitimate lead of this race right now.
Yeah, good move from Hitman there, definitely. He does have a penalty though, so yeah, he needs to keep an eye on that. But maybe if he's quick enough and can get away from Overdrive, he might be able to get Overdrive out of the 3-second range. Will be interesting now to see if he is genuinely quicker. What I saw by with Overdrive is that both times he got overtaken by Hitman into turn 1, he both times locked up the wheels. I was quite surprised by that for the first time already, but also on the second time now it was nearly identical. Wonder if it is maybe some slight changes in the timing of when you brake or on what part of the track you are when you brake, but yeah, very curious on what happened there. Let's see then, as Overdrive this time pretty close on the back of Hitman as we go down towards turn 1. And I think this is gonna be a good opportunity for Overdrive then to take back the lead of this race. He's pulling out to the outside once again, and well before the braking zone he got past the Haas of Hitman, so Overdrive then back into the lead, but maybe Hitman then on the run towards turn 4.
Ooh, Lenny on grenade.
Oh yeah, Lenny a grenade down into turn 1, but we're focusing here for the battle for the lead. Here comes Hitman then down the inside into turn 4, and Overdrive maybe with the switchback, but yeah, not quite able. So Hitman then back into the lead once more.
Yeah, nice defense there from Hitman. Also, once again, using the DRS detection point to his advantages. We have a big battle here. Komi Yanko catching up to Aid now and trying to challenge for what is now the last points bank position. Aid dropping off massively and with a penalty. From the group ahead of him, Jimbo actually having a very good pace and holding on to this group that I just mentioned, that's in front of 8, with Kuro, Grenade, Lenny, Jimbo, Bob, all of them battling within the DRS. So that will be quite interesting to see. I think Komi Uncle got a penalty there also.
Yep.
But what I just wanted to mention, More Leader is wanting to prove the sister team wrong, and he is now on the back of Mafio. With the DRS to help him. So now Kuro diving down the inside of Grenade, trying to compromise his line, but still trying to get the detection point. Ooh.
Oh!
Grenade is beating with Lenny, with Mafia, with More Leader. So we're not gonna see a battle between Mafia and More Leader, but More Leader seemingly being faster than the Aston Martin driver. Overdrive going for a move down the inside of Hitman, around the outside, sorry, of Hitman. Everything is happening. Hitman is able to defend the lead, so he will probably enter the pit lane as the leader. I think this will be the lap that most of them will finally pit, but that gives Mafio and More Leader, both of them, I forgot the word because there's so much happening.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you say when you make a pit stop one lap earlier?
Undercut.
Undercut, yeah, exactly. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, oh god. I do agree with you that the medium runners will come in this lap or the next one then surely, but the hard runners like Kuro, Bob, Komiaka, that will stay out surely. We know now that you can take the mediums 11 laps, so they could come in at around lap 18 or so then, as we have.
That's
yeah.
in front of them.
Very late on the brakes here, Hitman. But Hitman and Overdrive both into the pit lane here now. That will mean Kuro takes the provisional lead of this race. Obviously, Overdrive onto the hard, so does Hitman. So both going for the one stop. Ooh! Very close yet. Overdrive might get him actually in the pit lane. Oh, it's gonna be very tight.
Running down
and
to
Overdrive
them.
got him.
Oh, it's gonna be really tight.
Overdrive got him.
Look at
Overdrive,
Mafia.
overtake in the pit lane.
Undercut. Oh my god. No. What is happening? Chaos as Mafia now is has the DRS on Hitman. Wow.
There's a
I'm
lot
sorry for
going on
cutting
here.
you in. There's so much happening. There's so much goodies that this race is bringing us.
Yeah. Jimbo actually stayed out as F1 2025 Matt gets a 3-second time penalty. We have yellow flags on the start finish. Okay,
I
for
think that's easy.
Sleazy, yeah. Jimbo actually stayed out 12 laps on the mediums. That is the longest so far, except from Sleazy, who also made 12 laps on the mediums. So Jimbo surely gets into the pits this lap, and he will come out somewhere in this big fight here. I must say I'm quite impressed on how close the gaps are, though. Like, we've got so many drivers all bunched up together here.
But well, Lenny must have made a mistake because he's dropped off well more than 3 seconds off of this whole group. So I'm presuming
Yeah,
there was a mistake somewhere. Jimbo is pitting.
Yeah, let's see
He
where he
might come
comes out.
somewhere where Lenny is.
Yeah, but first of all, here comes Sidman then, once again on overdrive into turn 1. Here comes Sidman and down towards the inside line. Can he retake the lead side by side through turn 1 and still side by side through turn 2 as well? But overdrive loses out a little bit now, but might have the opportunity into turn 4 up the hill. But there's also Mafia right behind him. Round the outside on overdrive goes Mafia. No, not quite able. And then we also have more leader. Overdrive's teammate in the fight as well. So, yeah, the undercut pretty much worked from these guys. I'm quite impressed. Oh, here comes more leader then on the Mafia. Oh, switch back out of the app and Mafia gets a snap of oversteer. Might open the door for more leader down the onset. Oh no, not into turn 10. That would have been a very dangerous move there.
But that makes... But look at who's behind them. That's Rizzard. That's Rizzard on 11 lap old cards. Sleazy retires in the pit lane. But that's Rizzard behind them in a small no man's land between a more leader and assassin. But he's straying just a little bit. If they just fight, that will give Rizzard the DRS. And if he's able to caress his tires to the end, he might finish in some strong points, which will be interesting to see. It will be a big task, obviously, for him. But, well, let's see then, because indeed, if Red Bull plays that well, that could spell some 1-2 finish for them. And as I said, More Leader is a very strong driver. He's very close to Mafia, but Overdrive, meanwhile, does down the inside again of Hitman, trying to challenge for this lead. And obviously that 3-second penalty will give all Mafia and More Leader and Overdrive the positions. Overdrive now round the outside of turn 4, but Hitman defends really well. He's not able to get away more than 3 seconds, but he's defending the lead on track like his life. So very great and strong defense, just like something you kind of see in chess. As he's playing his strategic moves very well, and now pulling a couple of turns on Overdrive, which means look at how close Mafia is. Or is it Overdrive trying to maybe slow Mafia down so More Leader gets past? I now don't know. I feel like it might be tactics, because look at how much Overdrive is dropping off of Hitman.
Yeah, I thought the same, but I'm not sure if that would be the best way to go. Obviously, Overdrive could do this to help More Leader to, well, make friends with him. So More Leader is willing to help him at some point as well. But the amount of points the team and the drivers would lose if they wouldn't go for the win is just too much. So, but yeah, actually, Overdrive now out of the DRS range of Hitman as well. So he definitely fallen off. And here comes Mafia now, maybe even. Mafia on the run towards Overdrive. On the inside, Mafia goes then. Oh, switch back from Overdrive. Oh, side by side, they come out of the turn 1, 2, 3 corner complex. A little bit of contact. Side by side, still up the hill towards turn 4. Mafia on the outside, Overdrive on the inside, and Mafia gets ahead, it seems. Mafia ahead. Overdrive down to P6.
What a move from Mafia! Wow,
Definitely.
he's planted himself in front of both Red Bulls now, and look at his pace though. Look at the clean corners he's taking. I think he has an eye for a win, perhaps. That would be incredible from him. Overdrive now has to follow the bag of Aston Martin, and behind him, he's actually being pressured a lot by his teammate. Overdrive seemingly since well since one lap is struggling perhaps a little bit with something. As look at this, more leader is really close to the back of him now.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm also curious what's happening to Overdrive now. So first of all, Hitman is gaining immensely time on them now. 1.5 seconds to get to Mafio. Overdrive stays within DRS for now, but yeah, he doesn't seem to be that quick right now. Like,
Oh, and Hitman getting DRS from Call Me Uncle. Ooh,
yeah, that
that's
helped him as
huge for
well.
him. That will help him,
Ooh,
yeah,
lock
indeed.
up though from Hitman. Here comes Grenade getting past his teammate, Assassin. Oh, and here more leader very close to the back of Overdrive. Does he send it maybe? No, he doesn't. He's playing the team game for now. But yeah, Overdrive doesn't seem to be the quickest out of the top 3, top 4 maybe. As Hitman gets another penalty.
Ooh.
Another penalty. That's 6 seconds now for Hitman.
And Mafia must have gotten a warning there, as they all got close to Call Me Uncle now. Call Me Uncle being a little bit of a roadblock ahead of all of them. Overdrive got a little bit bunched up there behind Mafia. Now Call Me Uncle is doing the right thing, actually. He's letting all of them go, or two of them go, perhaps, as Overdrive getting a little bit of squeezed out wide. Call Me Uncle with a big slide through this sequence of corners, but he does let them go. He's giving a little bit of a breathing room to Mafia, though. Mafia dropping off massively of Hitman, but is 6 seconds possible for Hitman? Let's see, let's follow all these laps. It's getting interesting now as we go into 10 laps, 11 laps left in this race now.
And also, I just wanted to mention, as Komianke now heading into the pit lane, oh, we also have the fight between Grenade and Ritzert here. Oh, and Assassin thinking about going through as well. Kuro and Bob are still out. I mean, they're getting catched by Hitman and Mafio and all the other guys now, but Kuro's still 17 laps on the hards, and he will have the tire advantage at the end. I'm not sure where he would come out. Ooh, as Assassin nearly slamming into the back of Ritzert here. But I wouldn't count him out. Like, he is gonna have some very good tires at the end, and might be able to go through the field with a bit of ease there.
Well, we could kind of estimate. I don't think it will be as good as you're saying, as look at Komianko. He exited 13 seconds behind Aid, who is in P14. I also don't know what happened to Aid. He started from P8, I think, but then massively dropped off a couple of seconds of the chasing pack, and well, now he's sitting in a lowly P14. But well, I don't know if you could use those mediums so well, if the tire difference is so much that he would be able to cut through 13 seconds.
Oh,
and then
he's coming in. Kuro's coming in.
Yeah, well, we'll see now then.
Yeah.
Also, Bob is coming in as well, but yeah, it will be interesting because all this group is bunched up a lot, so they might get into points actually. So we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah, I also gotta say, look on the map where everyone is. Like, the majority of the drivers are now in Sector 1. So that basically means there's so much still happening here. As we see, oh, Kuro! Contact with 8!
Yeah, a little bit of a clumsy conduct from both of them. I saw this coming on the map. I was gonna mention Kuro was exiting very close to 8. In front of them, Lenny gets past Matt, but well, actually, Kuro has exited within the DRS of all this pack, and well, look at the gaps. That is well doable for Kuro to get even perhaps up to P6 where Rizzard is, because Rizzard is struggling a lot on those hard tires now, which are 16 laps old, and he has got to bring them 25, 26 laps, something like that. A huge task ahead of him then.
Yeah, I reckon on down towards turn 1 on the next lap, Kuro could go for the first overtake then on 8. So yeah, let's see then what Kuro can achieve from here. I feel very sorry, by the way, for Hitman. He is 2.5 seconds ahead of Mafia. He could get away with a 3-second time penalty as Kuro goes for the move around the outside on the final corner on 8. Oh, leaning a little bit on 8 here. As we have Ritzat actually coming in. So that's one position gain for Kuro. Here's another one as he's gaining on 8 then. And another one as he's gaining on his teammate. Kuro into the top 10 already. Up ahead there's the fight between Maximo and Jimbo. And that all is helping Kuro actually. That's already 3 positions gained for Kuro.
And he has no penalties. Well, although no one in front of him has no penalties, but if anyone gets it,
Jimbo and Maximo.
Maximo down the inside of Jimbo. Jimbo defends well round the outside. Well within the points for the Aston Martin driver from previous season, as Aid goes past very beautifully round the outside of Matt. So almost into the points paying position. Lenny, though, with a little bit of a mistake there, went slightly wide, and that gives an easy position to Kuro, as the Ferrari driver is on a flyer, being so much quicker than the hard runners that he almost bumps into the back of Maximo now. And he could be able to go to work his way through Maximo actually before the lap ends. Look at the tire difference. It's much bigger than I thought actually.
Yeah, but if will the tires last? Obviously, is the big question now. 11 laps on the mediums. That's what the other guys did as well. But he has to fight a lot as he's going for the move on Maximo then into the final corner, and he gets ahead. So Kuro now up to P8 already, and now he got Jimbo ahead of him. And after that, there will be not that many cars, but we also have a fight coming up now, and that is actually for the win. As we do have to remember, Hitman has 6 seconds of penalties. Mafia on currently maybe winning here, as Kuro and Maximo fighting as well again. Sorry, we have to switch a couple of times here to cover everything. But yeah, I just wanted to mention, so it's an actual fight for the win between Mafia, Overdrive, and More Leader as well.
That would be quite an incredible steal from Mafio. As well, Hitman would be on for his first race win in GSR. If he obviously escapes, but if he doesn't, then Mafia will get his first win in GSR. And if More Leader gets past both Overdrive and Mafia, he will get his first win on GSR. There's
the Ferrari of Matt out and safety car!
That's a safety car! What
what happened there?
Oh no.
Gone already. Just the tires left.
Yeah, that was
dear.
really bad
Ritzat.
from...
nearly
Delta,
stopping.
Delta.
Yeah, probably.
Delta,
okay.
I think.
So let's see what's happening here. Hitman is coming in.
Look at Hitman.
Mafia coming in, Overdrive coming in, they are coming in. Will we see some soft runners now? Is the big question.
Oh, look at this. Oof. Very close battle. Grenade. Grenade going for a move on More Leader. When More Leader keeps it, but that could be a jump position for More Leader. More Leader could be slowed down by Overdrive in front. Will he do? Wait, can you switch?
Kuro stayed out.
Kuro stayed
out on mediums. Mafia on hards. Overdrive on hards. Grenade on mediums. More Leader on softs. What is going on now?
Wow, and that puts Bob up to P5. Jimbo up to P8 with a fresh pit stop also. Everyone making a pit stop. Riddard now goes through all this pack, and Riddard ends up on P8 with a chance for a good result for him. Oh my god. It's all been shaked up by Matt, who will obviously get the race ban and might get something more, as he has been notorious in this league before. But Kuro with the race lead. With the strategy to the end. They did not play that before.
Oh my god, this is gonna be an amazing final laps then.
So we have Kuro, Hitman, Mafio, and more leader on softs, and Grenade. Well, Bob also, who have never gotten a win in GSR. And also most of them haven't stood on the podium. It's all to play for. It's all to play for, basically.
This is amazing. I'm gonna use that opportunity and grab something to drink. I'll be right back. We'll follow through.
Okay, I will continue then to Yap and Rambo. Well, but actually, I'm just stunned. I'm just, I don't know what to say, honestly. And the Speed Demon drama opened the door for Overdrive, but now Overdrive is getting bumped back down to P4, and he will have to make a way of all of these drivers in front of him, and perhaps defend from a charging Grenade and more leader. I wonder also more leader might not be too happy with Grenade's move. So it might be something to investigate for the stewards. Grenade tried to be a bit cheeky there, as we will. I think the safety car won't wait for Speed Demon's Ghost, and we will go racing next lap. So Soren has this whole lap to follow through. I think. We can hear him in the background. Nice. I think though Hitman kind of could have stayed out because the Hearts would have made it, and starting from the lead, having Kuro between himself and Mafio, he could have maybe pulled away anything. Now he will have to charge through Kuro first, who is a pretty quick driver and who is also mediums. So, and pretty fresh mediums at that, and he has been able to save those mediums through the safety car period. So yeah, will be very interesting as we will go back to racing. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah. What better way to end the first season? The first race of season 16 for you, Matt. I mean, it was already a good race, but even better this way. Did Hitman actually? No, he didn't get rid of any penalties, right? Yeah. For Hitman, of course, it's disaster. Like, it couldn't get any worse for him. 6 seconds now, and everyone bunched up. He might even drop out of the points in the end. In worst case, that's
oh yeah, that's him. Yeah, because actually all of them have kept it pretty clean, but something that favors Kuro, the safety car stays out for one more lap. This is getting really exciting.
Yeah, indeed, and yeah, I don't know what to say.
To add also,
it also helps more leader on the softs that the safety car stayed out, and call me uncle as well.
Yeah. Also, more leader could charge very well. But yeah, we know Bob's pace is a little bit off, so he could be a bit of a roadblock for Grenade and more leader. But I wonder what could Ridder do, because Lenny has dropped off massively in the race. But Ridder obviously was able to keep himself behind Overdrive in the first 2 laps of the race before his spin. So I wonder what he can do with those pretty fresh still medium tires starting behind, charging more leader and Grenade. I wonder, that could always mean a podium, but still, so many drivers could get their first win of GSR as a whole, so...
Yeah, I totally get it. Like, I couldn't predict what's gonna happen now after the safety car. I mean, Kuro is in a decent position, and he now has experience on those set of tires that he's on right now. That might help him. I could also see those tires falling off towards the end, and Hitman having the upper hand then. and overtaking him. I could Mafia and Overdrive. I'm not too sure. They're on the hards, the slower tires, but they are quick drivers, so not really sure. I don't know where Grenade maybe will end up. More leader as well. It's just so amazing. And we go racing then into the next no.
Yeah. Well, well, Mafio has shown some incredible pace so far this race. And I think he started also pretty lowly, somewhere around P6, P7. So he has planted himself greatly, as Kuro will now go onto the start-finish straight and restart this race on lap 25, and he will try his best to defend this position down into turn 1. Mafia trying to warm up his tires. Bob actually already defending from Grenade down into turn 1. Kuro is holding the lead. Bob also holding on to P5, but not for long. Look at Grenade and the grip out of turn 1 that he got, and he gets past already. And he will try to catch up to Overdrive as Kuro manages to hold on to the lead. Bob now getting attacked by more leader on the soft tires, and he might be able to get him round the outside on the soft tires. He gets a little bit off the track now, and now with Rizzard they make contact. So Bob holding on for the position well for Rizzard to try and gain here, for his teammate to try and gain here. So the McLarens were working well together. Kuro actually in a battle with Hitman now. Hitman getting an incredible exit out of here, turn 10 I think that is. And Hitman managing to get in front of Kuro now, but Kuro has only has to stay within 6 seconds of Hitman now and defend from Mafio. That will be a big task as more leader gets past Bob now, as does Rizzard. So Rizzard following into the footsteps of more leader. Bob dropping off a little bit, and that almost concludes our first lap after the restart with Assassin and Jimbo fighting for P9 position. Assassin getting past there, going down into the final corner, and now Mafio 6 tenths away from Kuro. The DRS will be on soon, but Grenade is right on the back of Overdrive as well. Grenade attacking massively with Mafio defending the inside line, and they all bunch up together into turn 1, and now they make contact, Mafio and Grenade. Grenade being spun off, and Mafia losing massively to Kuro. That is almost 2 seconds of a gap for Kuro. What's happening? Bob now defending from Grenade. Grenade down into lowly P8 now, trying to gain back the position. More leader up to P4. That will be a podium for him now.
Overdrive down to P6 here now as well. It's chaos all over the grid. As Grenade getting passed by his teammate maybe now as well. Assassin goes through. Very unfortunate for Grenade, who now with the front wing damage has absolutely no chance to finish on the podium here. Might just barely finish inside the points now. Very unfortunate. Assassin, however, on the other hand, for the Williams team, goes for the move on Bob. Oh, down the inside. Oh, and Grenade is sitting the back of his teammate now as well. This race is getting worse and worse. Yeah, all side by side, Maximo and Lenny through the long right-hander here. It's absolutely incredible what we're seeing here. The cars everywhere. The top two, meanwhile, they got away. Hitman ahead of Kuro, but Kuro will probably win this race. Oh, 3 wide into the final corner. Contact with 8. And Maximo and Call Me Uncle. And Call Me Uncle's been spun around. What is happening? And it still continues. As this Assassin on Bob. Oh, down towards turn 1. Oh, we have a retirement of Call Me Uncle in the pit lane though. Those safety car. Oh, it's spinning in the background. That's Grenade now completely around.
And Grenade retires on the track from a bit of pettiness, I think. Unfortunately, that means a race ban for one of our biggest challengers coming into the season. He will now have a very low first 3 rounds, and Mafia, yes indeed, Mafia has a front wing damage. Yes, Mafia got that from hitting Grenade, from this contact with Grenade, and that's why he was losing to Kuro. That's why more leader got past him so easily, and now gets a penalty, so he might drop down behind Rizzard, who is eyeing up a podium now, actually. Well, that would be a podium for Rizzard now if he holds on to within within 6 seconds of Hitman. But look at more leader, 1.3, 1.2 seconds behind Kuro. But his tires will deteriorate very soon. This will be an incredible battle for the win between the drivers who have been loyal to our league but haven't really tasted such success. More leader and Kuro will fight it out behind Hitman, who is running away with it on the track.
Yeah, as we see now, Assassin going for the move on overdrive. Actually, the change to the hard tires didn't pay off at all. I think overdrive has wing damage. That's probably why. Here comes Assassin and Assassin's through. Meanwhile, Matthew and Rudson side by side off the track. They go through the gravel. What a fight for the last podium position here. Matthew behind Rudson. Matthew now down towards the inside. Into the forward. Oh, then a contact. Rudson nearly spawned and Matthew goes through. What is going on? Oh, no, not side by side, but overdrive down to P7.
We check the gaps to the leader. Check the gaps to the leader because we need to see us overdrive again, getting out wide, and that allows Lenny to go at Bob, and the pair goes side by side into this very tough complex as Aid is eyeing perhaps a finish on track within the points. Rizzard once again on Matthew, but look at more leader. More leader is 4 tenths behind Kuro, going into the final lap of the race.
Yeah, we're just gonna switch there in any moment as we see Aid and Jimbo, the two veterans of GSR side by side through the long right hander here. Oh, a little bit of wheel bumping there, but Aid gets through. What an overtake! What an overtake! But we head into the final lap. You just mentioned it, and here we go. This one is for the win.
No way.
Kuro versus More Leader.
No way.
Kuro on mediums, Small Leader on the softs. 7 laps on the softs. Here comes Small Leader then towards turn 1. He doesn't really go for the move. He wants to save the energy for turn 4, I presume. And here we go then.
Exit from Kuro maybe. Let's see it down into turn 4. He will have the DRS. Kuro will defend with the ERS. More leader down inside of Kuro. Kuro goes round the outside. That will be for the race win. Kuro defends it round the outside and he goes into sector 2. In a provisional lead of this race, they are losing massively to Hitman, but it won't be enough for the Haas driver, as he would have to pull out 2 seconds more on them. But now Kuro, more leader down inside perhaps of this corner. He's trying for it. Kuro defends though. He will have the DRS now, the Red Bull driver. Will he go down inside the, on the end of sector 2? He's trying for it. He's very desperate. But he can't find a way through on the Ferrari driver. That will be Kuro going through into sector 3 as the leader of this race. Hitman would have to pull out 1 second more, but he won't do that. He will not be able to. Going into the final corner, Kuro will burn off all of his ERS, and that might be it. Yes, it is. It's 5 tenths gap. It's not gonna change. Hitman will win on track, but it's Kuro going down to the line who will win his first race in GSR history after a podium last season. He now gets the win with more leader in P2. What a finish!
Oh, what a photo finish here at the end! Oh my god, 3 wide to the line! What was that? Oh my god! Sorry to interrupt, Matt, but what a finish! Holy moly!
That is Kuro with the worst emoji. The Welshman gets onto the top step of the podium. That is an incredible result. Something we, in no life, we would have expected. Even after his podium last season in Qatar, I cannot believe my eyes. Wow. What a drive from Kuro. What a drive.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations to all 3 of them on the podium. But, yeah, to all the drivers who made this an incredible race. Really, really something special that we're seeing here tonight. Let's see then. Yeah, Kuro wins, more leader then, and Hitman on the podium. Yeah, unfortunate for Hitman, but luckily finished on the podium though. Race director for the tire strategies. There we go. That was absolutely incredible.
And more leader also with his first podium of GSR.
Yeah, true.
Insane. Insane. I will invite them for interviews. Insane result. Insane. Absolutely, absolute madness.
Wait, who was second? Sorry.
More leader
More leader, yeah.
with his first podium in the history of GSR. In his history of GSR. I don't know. More leader can't interview, then we'll invite our P4 finisher.
Yeah, sure.
Who would be Rizzard? That would be Rizzard. Okay, wait. Can you hear me? Should I
Yeah, can
move
you hear?
this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Oh god.
Oof, whoa. That was one of the best races in
Oh
recent
my
Tier 1
god.
history, I would say. That was incredible. Mm. And again, Overdrive with some troubles to his tally. Once again, finishes outside of the podium. Our reigning champion. That's quite a result. Well done. Mm.
Right. Just waiting for Hitman then.
Mm-hmm. Hitman can't join. Who was P5? Rizzard, who did you finish ahead of? I
I
think
think
Overdrive?
Assassin.
Assassin. I think Assassin can't interview too, so I think it's okay if we leave it at that. Because also it will be a bit weird if we interview P6 or P7, but we might as well, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, wouldn't go so drastic, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just asking Assassin then. His perspective could be quite interesting as well. But well, just worth quickly mentioning that this big incident between Mafio, Grenade, and Overdrive started in turn one. They all bunched up behind each other. I think without DRS as well. That was the a lap. And I think Overdrive hit the back of Mafio, or Grenade hit the back of Mafio and he got wing damage. I think Overdrive hit one of their side pots, and I think there he got wing damage. And then through turn two, Grenade and Mafio hit each other, made collision, made contact, and that gave Mafio wing damage. And that all basically gifted the win to Kuro. That's
Okay.
quite spectacular.
Yeah. Okay, we see then. What position did Assassin finish?
P5, I think. Okay, Assassin would join. Then we'll have him.
Look,
Oh,
there
we
he
have
is.
Assassin. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay
So,
then,
well,
Assassin.
we shall start with him.
Yeah, Assassin, can you hear us? Does your mic work?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then we'll start. First of all, guys, thanks for joining. Welcome to the post-race interviews for the GSR Season 16 Bahrain Grand Prix Round 2. We'll start off with Assassin then. Yeah, Assassin, first of all, thanks for being here. P5 today. Yeah, how do you evaluate your race overall?
Yeah, pretty good. Started a bit low down, qualifying's not my strongest suit. I tend to do better in the races. Had a good start on the softs, went for a different strategy than everyone else, but the softs started dying pretty quickly. So I was starting to struggle, so I decided to let my teammate go, which I think was the smartest thing to do. And then went to the hards, did good stint on the hards, got lucky with the safety car, put on a set of mediums. I think I fought well enough to get up to P5. Don't really think there was much more in it, to be honest. Maybe P4 if it didn't get held up, but that's probably all I had in me.
Yeah, right. And how difficult was it for you to managing the gap to both the cars ahead and the pressure from behind? Because we saw a lot of racing today. It was pretty close out there on track.
Uh, the gap behind was comfortable for me. I felt like I could stay with the cars ahead of me very comfortably, and the cars ahead behind me were getting, there was a good gap that was getting between us, so I didn't really feel much pressure from behind. I was just trying to focus more on the two cars ahead of me. I just had to make sure that I stayed in that 3 second penalty gap from fourth place. Can't remember who was in it, but that's really all I was focused on. Bahrain is usually a good track for me, so I knew I would at least get high enough up, maybe in the top five, and I did. So I'm happy enough with what I got.
Yeah, and obviously it's a big step up from Australia last week where you didn't score any points. So this week, obviously provisional, and I think there are gonna be a couple of tickets after the race. So let's see how things may change. But yeah, 10 points, solid points. How important is the result like this over the course of a full season for you?
For me, I would say a fifth for my first race, as I missed last week. I would say is very good, as I joined GSR halfway through the season last season, and I was constantly just getting like eights and ninths and stuff. So I was just like, oh, these guys are way too fast for me. There's nothing like I can do. So during the winter break, I started doing a bit more practice, and I think it's worked off because I'm actually starting to get up higher in the table. I feel a bit more confident now. I'm starting to get a bit faster. Still can't figure out qualifying, but that's a me thing. But hopefully, whenever it matters in the races, maybe even at one point, I'll get myself a podium this season.
Yeah, and then a final question from me before we move on to Matt and his questions. Looking at your pace compared to the top four, where do you think the difference was today? Was it in qualifying or race management, tire management, or is it just a pure speed?
I feel like if I started in qualifying higher, I feel like I could finish higher. Now, don't get me wrong, top three, the people who finished on the podium, even the top four, faster than me, 100%. But as we've seen in racing, sometimes luck is on your side, sometimes it's not. So if I started higher, who knows? I could have been on the podium, maybe it would have been further down. I feel like I just need to sort out my qualifying, start a bit higher, and you never know. I'll be on a podium, maybe get my first race win. Here's hoping.
Yeah, all right. That's all from me. Thanks for that. And Matt, you got anything left to ask?
Yeah, I wanted to ask to ask Overdrive Assassin. Because both start with O, but I wanted to ask Assassin, how was it to battle again with 8? Because this time out, I think it got a little bit heated between you into turn 4 on one of the laps.
Yeah.
So how did that go?
Well, as you know, me and Aid, we're like two shadows. We're always racing on track, have been since I've joined GCSR. Um, but today, I mean, heated, I wouldn't say it was heated. We were just, we were battling hard. Like, we have a lot of respect for each other. We always race cleanly and fair. And I think that's the first time we've ever had contact. And I think it was just, I wouldn't say it was desperation from me, but I seen the gap. He was very far over to the left at turn 4. So I was like, I'm going to go for it. I broke a little bit later, and I just got a little bit of understeer, and I just drifted into him. But there was no damage for me. There was no damage to him. So I feel like it was just clean, hard, racing, just a little bit of touching, nothing more than that.
All right. I see that, and uh, oh, well, the only other question I would have is that you mentioned you would like to maybe get a podium, but well, in many races you've shown that you're pretty much on pace with, well, for example, Kuro, who has gotten a win today. And do you see yourself in perhaps maybe a more chaotic or advantageous to you situations on perhaps a top step of the podium, or is your goal for this season only to pick up as many points as possible, perhaps get a podium or something like that?
I mean, obviously, everybody here wants to get a win. I'd love to have a win. It would be fantastic for me. Like during the off season in the Asian Grand Prix thing we did, I got my first win at Bahrain, but obviously it doesn't really matter much. But like, it still felt good, and it still made me want more whenever it comes to the main season. So obviously, I'd love to have a win, but do I feel like I have it on raw pace? No. If we have a chaotic race to where there's a few safety cars and I maximize everything, 100%, I feel like I could get a first place easily.
Nice. That's some nice confidence for me. And then, well, that will be all from me then. Thank you very much, and congrats on your P5.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, also from me, once again, congratulations. And yeah, we move on to our fourth place finisher then. Ritzet, first of all, thanks for being here. Congrats on the result. Yeah, P4 today, just outside the podium. What do you think about this result?
Well, I think I got lucky, but who didn't? But yeah, it's a good result for me and the team for in the standings for later on in the season. I think I'm really lucky. It kind of reminds me of the nerves I got the first times racing in Tier 2. I remember spinning out in Qatar behind Hapa, for example, and I make the same mistakes now. After lap 2, with a lot of chaos, I found myself in P2 after overdrive, and I was pretty comfortable until I spun all of the sudden. But that's just me, and I need to get that straight before the next races. Because I think I'm way too excited, and but I think I would have hung on to the top 5 if the race went on and me not spinning. But I think I got extremely lucky in the end. But pace wise, I was there, and I just have to stop making mistakes.
Yeah, and how difficult was it managing traffic and the strategy around you? Because, like I mentioned before, there was quite a competitive race today.
Um, yeah, at some point, yeah, I'm on 13 lap, 13 lap old hearts, and the rest is on fresh hearts. And then the only possible scenario you're thinking of is doing a medium stop as well, and or hang on to the hearts. And I think I could have gone to probably almost 100% if I finished. That would have been 26 laps, almost impossible. But I got extremely lucky with the safety car, and it was very hard to keep within the DRS with such a tire disadvantage. And even on the mediums, I had to keep them really cold because I drove them for 2 laps, and the rest was all on fresh tires at the beginning of the safety car. So I just kept them at 50 degrees or something, and didn't want any tire wear. So it was very difficult to get on the throttle and gain those positions, but very messy, and it feels like a battlefield tier 1. It went the same with Australia. I made a mistake. I was in no man's land, and at the end I got lucky with a safety car, and I have to take care of my mistakes, and don't get the mistakes in China, for example, and just drive my races like I did in Tier 2, but this time in a very competitive and sweaty top 5 field, and I think I can really enjoy that. But I gotta stop making mistakes because the race could have been a lot more funnier, a lot more fun if I kept my cool.
Yeah, and if you do that in the next couple of races, or does, maybe I'll phrase it differently, does this result give you the confidence that a podium is within reach soon?
Well, I just started experimenting with setups, so I was still used to using my time trial setup for the races, and I experimented with a Bahrain setup, and it felt really great. But you don't ever really know until you drive in tier one because I cannot find guys to practice against that are quicker than me. Um, so I think it showed that my pace was there, and still in the midfield it's a bit difficult for me. And I think Bahrain is not an easy track, but I really had top three pace, and that showed in my quali and in my race pace as well. But I think if I experience more with these setups, it packed out really well this time. So I'm looking forward to experimenting with it, and I think a podium can be there. But of course, AMG and Trixie were not driving, and I know my place. I know they're overall quicker than me and probably make less mistakes. So that's all. I think I can really blend in the top 5 fight, but I just got to keep it clean. But I'm sure it will come somewhere in the season. So the same for the podium.
All right. That actually already answered my next question as well. So, on to Matt. If you got any questions for Richard?
Well, I was thinking what to ask. Well, that basically, did you expect the after your spin that you would have gotten so far up, so far back up, even the whether it's safety car, whether it's luck, whether it's tire strategy and stuff like that. Did you expect that you could go so far back up into top 5?
Well, at some point, I was hoping that maybe I could be really fast on those hards, and I also set the fastest lap, but it was no match against the DRS train up front. So I still, when everyone was pitting, they still came back in 10th, and I was 11th, for example. And that was really hard because from that point I knew maybe I should stick to the pace, but the tires are really at an disadvantage. So I didn't expect it. And I saw the train, the DRS train, and at some point it felt like I would be 13th again. So I think the safety car just gave me a second chance to show my pace and be in the top 5. So I took that chance to do that. So it was just luck, but pace wise, I should be there. So that's a good thing to take on to the next races.
Yeah. All right.
And
That's
I want to say
yeah,
congrats
yeah.
to Kuro because I hear guys saying in the chat it's just luck. But this guy stayed out on the hards and did a wonderful last medium stint and kept his nose clean and his head cool. And really congrats on your first win.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that addition. I would say that's all from me to you, Richard, and congrats on your P4. Maybe just one more question. Um, did you expect Lenny to be also so far up with you, but then did you expect him to drop off so much in the race? Did you maybe expect a bit more from your recent tier 2 rival, closest rival, or?
Yeah, well, I practiced a bit with him, and I felt like he had great quality pace, and I had better race pace. I had the feeling. Um, but it was no surprise for me to see him up in P5 um, with Trixie and AMG not racing. So um, I think we are just where we belong, somewhere around P6 and 7, just behind the very very quick guys. But no, I didn't expect him. I think he was a bit unlucky with the safety car, and I expected him to drop off the pace because I already saw it in practice. But I just don't think Bahrain is his track, and I think we will see him much stronger in China or in a track that suits him. So
All right, I see. That's nice to know. And well, once again, congrats from me, and thank you for the interview.
thank you.
Yeah, from me too. Thanks for that. And congrats and good luck next week
So
in
then,
China. Yeah.
could I interview Kuro? Because I'm
Yeah.
very excited.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So well, Kuro. Welcome to the interviews. Uh, Mate, what a drive. You've been known here in GSR for unorthodox strategies, perhaps, at times not starting on the same tires as most drivers, but that actually kind of set you up in the perfect place this time round. And you maximized it perfectly. You capitalized on mistakes. You made very clean, very rapid moves in your second stint, and just talk us through the drive. Talk us through the how you feel about this win and a little bit about all that happened during your race.
Mate, I'm buzzing. I can't believe it. Still now, I'm gobsmacked. Like, oh, people were right. I was insanely lucky that race, but oh man, oh, speechless. Oh, I can't believe it. Buzzing, but yeah, I do like starting on the hard tires. It gives me a bit of creative freedom. I stayed out as long as I could. The mediums felt really good, and I was zooming. I was confident in the tires and the car. I had a lot of battery management. I used it the best I could. And then the safety car come out. I'd only been on the tires for 3 laps. I thought, if I pedal come out in what 8th, what have I got to lose? I'll see if I can hold them off. And again, I got very lucky, but that last lap, trying to stay within 6 seconds of Hitman and keep him more leader behind on softer, quicker tires. Oh, my heart was beating out my chest. Oh, I still can't believe it. Buzzing.
Oh, well, yeah, that was some incredible defense drive. Well, pretty much people can say that you've maximized your luck, but well, it's not only that, because not only the massive defense drive, as I said as you said on the final lap, but also those moves just after your pit stop and the second stint were also very incredible. I think you've cut through 3, 4 drivers to get up to where you were when the safety car came out. So how did that feel? How did it feel to have this much tire advantage? And perhaps if the safety car didn't come out, how did you see your chances, like even without it?
I I was worried because Call Me Uncle pitted a lap before, and I heard the comms, and he was 13 seconds behind Aid, and I thought, I'm gonna have to like really get a move on. But I come in just behind Aid in a big train of cars, all on relatively old hard tires. But I fired up the mediums quickly, a lot of battery, just picking the right moves to make at the right time. Again, I feel like I got pretty lucky with obviously people battling, not having a lot of battery left. But I was feeling very confident in the mediums, and I felt quick for once.
Well, you must have felt quick as well when you got that podium last time out in Qatar, but obviously then the latter races of the last season perhaps may have put you in this position that you would take anything that's around top 5 or a podium you would open with welcome hands. But here you are on the top step, and actually I want to come back to that thing you mentioned about this defense to more leader. What was the hardest in that on that final lap specifically, because he tried to attack you all over. So please, if you could talk us through that final lap,
Wow.
if you still at all remember anything, if the excitement hasn't overtaken your memory, you know.
Oh, it overtook it ages ago. Oh, I can't like describe it. I still can't believe it, but it was very tough because I wanted to stay in a DRS of Hitman, and then I fell out. And then I was obviously thinking, as the laps are coming down, more leaders gaining rapidly on me. Do I save me battery for the DRSs, or do I just try and keep him out? But it got to the last lap and he was in my DRS. I had barely any battery. I just tried to make my car as wide but as clean as possible. And obviously, it's last lap. He's going to go for some dives. But if I just left enough room but maximize the exits, I think that's basically what did it for me just at the end. But going back to what you said, I qualified 13th last race. I finished 12th. I qualified 11th this race. I thought, I'll be lucky to get points. And somehow got the win. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't even expecting a podium, but I'll take it.
Well, that's a huge change from towards the attitude, obviously. Very exciting change. Well, that will be all from me. I also want Soren to have a chance, so take it away. But from me, just congrats on this incredible drive and this incredible, spectacular win, basically.
Yeah, okay then, Kuro, also from me, first of all, congratulations. Yeah, congratulations on that win. The first thing I'm gonna say is, I caught it. Matt, if you remember, I caught it actually during the race. Don't count out Kuro. But
Yeah, you did. Yeah, yeah.
Kuro, I want to ask the wider picture, the questions of the wider picture here now, actually. So I'm kind of curious because this season is interesting in so many ways. I mean, I'm not. I don't know if you actually was thinking if you could go for the championship at the beginning of the season, but maybe you think now. I don't know, but what are your thoughts about like the drivers' championship in this tier, the team championship in this tier, but also the combined constructors maybe, because I'm very curious where your focus is in all of these three championships.
If you want my honest answer, I think I'm nowhere near championship. Nowhere near. Maybe in tier 2, but definitely not tier 1. I mean, there's some insanely fast people. I mean, I've only had one podium and now one win, which was, again, insanely lucky. I mean, we had multiple drivers who were quick, didn't turn up. A lot of incidents. I'm lucky to get points on a good day, but nowhere near the championships. And obviously, Miranda, my teammate, finished 4th last race. Obviously, if they can keep up the good results, I can try and help them out as I did for Overdrive last season. I can be that number 2 for them if needs be. But I don't think I'm nowhere near quick enough. I'm like a second off the pace. So I'm just taking it race by race, trying to do what I can, help my teammate out or help the team out best I can. But yeah, if the opportunity arises, I'll finish as high as I can. Oh, and thanks everyone for the congrats as well. They're very kind.
Yeah, and okay then, I wanna get this over with so we can all calm down now after this race. One final question then. Does this result change your approach to the championship in any way, or are you still just taking it race by race?
I'm taking it race by race. As I say, I know I'm not quick, like to challenge for podiums, but I can at least defend and go for a clean overtake here and there. But I'll just try to get as many points as I can. But I'm not getting my hopes up for another podium for at least a good few races. Maybe I might get lucky again in the future, but I don't think I'll be getting on the podium for a good while. But we never know. I'll certainly be trying. That I can say. I will try every race to do the best I can, but I'm not delusional. I'm nowhere near as quick as these guys.
Yeah, all right then. But you know, you never know what happens. I mean, after this chaotic race, you came out on top. So, yeah, who doesn't say that if the next race also chaotic, you could be coming out of in P1 again. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Kuro, once again, congratulations. Thanks for being here, and yeah, good luck in the next race in China then.
Thank you.
All right, and yeah, I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come to an end of the second race of Tier 1 in GSL Season 16. And yeah, Matt, from your POV, what did you enjoy most about this race, being the first race that you commentated in this season?
Well, that was just spectacular. Overall, I just enjoyed it. I just enjoyed how many there was at the same time clean battles on track. Obviously, we had some on and off incidents, but that happens in every race. But very clean racing so far, from what I've noticed most of the season, for most years. So let's hope for more. And well, on Friday you will most probably hear me again, as I will do tier 3 with the other Matt with Overdrive, who finished I think P6 or P7 today. And yeah, so I can't wait for that. Can't wait to see a breath of fresh air, perhaps, for me, as I've been mostly on comms with Soren here in Tier 1. But yeah, that was a spectacular showcase for Tier 1. How a chaos can be very clean and very fun and unpredictable, instead of chaos being very chaotic and in ways damaging, you know? So on to more races like that, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see what's ahead of us. You mentioned it, Tier 3 then on Friday with you on comms then probably again, and our Tier 1 champion from Season 15, Overdrive. And then also we have Tier 2 on Saturday. I don't know, 8, will you be commentating that? I don't know actually.
I think
in
Aiden
me-
Rizzard.
I'm in Norway, so
Oh, yeah, right.
I
so-
know.
Yeah, all right then. But
Then it will be Rizzard than someone else.
yeah, it's gonna be a blast. I'm sure
Funny.
Tier 2 was maybe the best race last week, so maybe again, but we know on Saturday then. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the race. I know I did. And yeah, let's continue with Season 16 then. And yeah, Tier 3 and Tier 2 this week. And next week we head on to the Shanghai International Circuit then for round 3. I'm Soren. On my side was Matt. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Said